Alright fellas, today it is late March. Spring is apparently here. It is sunny, the snow is gone. We got the Corvette out. This is my 89 C4 Corvette. I've owned it for approximately a year and a half. I've put about 8,000 miles on it, and so far it's been a pretty reliable car for me. This has been I would call it the closest thing I have to a daily driver. Last year I drove it pretty much every day, you know, for the non-snowy months anyway. And so today we're going to be talking about all the stuff I've had to replace to the car, everything that's broken, things of that nature. Overall, considering the age, and the car has about 155,000 miles on it, it's really not too bad. So, but let's get started. Recently, I've just put these new tires on it. These are Cooper RS3 G1 all seasons. They were reasonably affordable, and I think they actually look pretty cool. They seem to drive nice. I like them so far, but I will update on that opinion as I drive them more. I only have a couple hundred miles on them this far. The wheels are the same wheels that I bought the car with, so I did not change those. I think they look nice. They need a polish job. I polished one of them, this one here. I think it came out pretty nice, so I think I'm going to do the rest. But as far as things that have actually broken, the list is not that big. I have had to replace the starter. That died on me while I was at work one day. I was able to get the car started with a few clicks of the ignition switch, but I replaced the starter. It was about $100. Pretty easy job, not that big of a deal. I still have this wiring mess here. This wiring up here for the turn signals was a disaster when I bought the car. They work significantly more reliably now, but I still think there's going to be some eventual work I have to do up here, because my running lights are still kind of come and go. There's like this big resistor thing. It's very odd setup. It was monkeyed with pretty bad before I bought the car. Recently I have just replaced the original Bilsteins with stock replacement Bilsteins. So these are just the standard non-Z51 Bilsteins. I got these on Amazon, a set of 4. Installation was pretty easy. The original ones I had to cut this nut off because it was seized to the post, but other than that, install went pretty smoothly. I did also end up replacing the front wheel hubs. Again, not a terrible job, pretty affordable parts. I think they were less than $100 a piece. I was getting a roaring sound when I would turn hard to the right, so it seemed like these new wheel hubs fixed that. I only did the fronts, I did not do the rears. I'm assuming at some point I will have to do the rears, but the rears are a much bigger job, so if they're alright right now, I'm going to leave them be. I have put LED headlights in the car. The original ones weren't burned out or anything, but they were pretty dim, so I put these LEDs from eBay on there, and so far they seem to be doing pretty good. Go on the inside here. I have replaced the steering wheel. I got this as a stock replacement on eBay. It was very cheap. It was only like 80 or 90 bucks. They said it was because it was, you know, like it was returned for damage or something, but the only thing I could find was a little scratch on it on the barrel down here. So it's not a part you see, so like, I don't care. The leather's in very nice shape, and for the price, can't beat it. As you can see, I've removed the dash bezel currently. The headlight switch has broken out of the plastic. I bought a metal reinforcement plate from a guy on the Corvette forums. Seems to be a nice piece. I think installation of that is going to be a bigger job, so I've left the dash bezel off for now. It doesn't really bother me much. I might just put it back on and forget about it. I have replaced the tilt pins in the column. It seems to be better. It still has a little wobble to it, but overall it is better than it was. It feels more solid, and I don't think I'm going to dig into it any further. I had this all torn apart here, and I put the new tilt pins in. I think it's good enough for me. Radio, still the same one I bought it with. I will have to replace or repair the HVAC control unit there. It is, some buttons are not responding, and the digital readout kind of comes and goes and kind of has a mind of its own, so I'm gonna have to take that out and send it out to be rebuilt. That's about it for in here. The weather stripping, it was really bad when I bought the car. It obviously has not gotten any better. It is pretty annoying because when I go through the car wash or even just the rain, water really pours in the car pretty bad. So I will probably end up trying to do this year, maybe next year, depending on if the car stays down here or not. We'll see. I mean, you see the weather stripping just looks really bad and it leaks a ton. So overall, not ideal. But that's about it, really. So no major failures. The car didn't leave me stranded. It almost did with the starter, but I was able to get it bump started. Overall, pretty reliable car. I've taken this thing as far north as Gaylord, Michigan, and I've taken it as far south as Columbus, Ohio. So it's got a few pretty good sized trips under its belt. Like I said, I've done about 8,000 miles with the car. Not a ton, but you know, for a car of this age, that's quite a few. I did have a muffler hanger for this muffler here break, so I had a I ended up using an intake hose clamp to clamp it back up to the original hanger spot there. Little ghetto, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. This exhaust sounds really good, but it drones a ton, especially in like the 50 to 60 mile an hour range. So I might try to replace that someday. We'll see. But overall, like I said, pretty reliable car. Gets me where I need to go. I've had fun with it. It looks really cool. It's been a fun experience. So let's take it for a little ride. We'll go to the gas station. I'm almost out of gas, so let's do it. All right, let's get her started. Hear that new starter cranking nice and strong. The Amazon special. As you can hear, even at idle, there's a lot of rattles and things. Those haven't gotten any better in the time that I've owned the car. I've tried to fix some of them, but it's an old 80s plastic car. It's always going to rattle. I've just grown to live with it. Let's get rolling here. But in terms of the engine or the transmission, I haven't really done anything to either of them besides just change the oil. I'd like to change the transmission fluid at some point this year. It still looks pretty good, but you know, just for my own sanity. But going on this bumpy parking lot here, it's this new shocks and the new tires really help the ride a ton, like massively, because this thing used to ride really terribly. It was super uncomfortable. Pretty much everybody I rode with was all whining about it, and I get it. It was uncomfortable, but it's much better now. Still, you know, rides pretty firm. Still a sports car, certainly, but it rides a lot better. So I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, you know, the new steering wheel feels great. Steering feels nice and tight. Car feels good at speed, nice and smooth. It's, you know, really nothing to complain about, to be honest. But it's been a fun car. I've really liked it. When I first bought it, this was I really wanted a manual one, but I saw this one. It was an automatic, and I thought, well, I don't have any other automatics at the time, so you know, this is a good car for other people to be able to enjoy as well. You know, my family and friends, things like that. You know, other people can drive it, because most of the people that I know don't know how to drive a manual. And to be honest, I like that it's an automatic. It's nice to have one car that's just an automatic cruiser. I can hop in it. I don't have to think about it. If I get stuck in traffic or something, it's really not a big deal. So I don't despise that it's an automatic, not at all. And it seems to be a really good 700 R4 here. Shifts well. It's never really given me any fuss. You know, maybe someday I would also get a manual C4, but we'll see. But this thing just cruises wonderfully. It's very comfortable on the highway. I mean, it's, you know, it's not comfortable for me just because I don't really fit in it very well, but I fit in it well enough to drive it as much as I have, so it can't be too bad. But yeah, overall, it's been a very fun car. I've really had a lot of fun with it. I've enjoyed my time with it. I have a laundry list of people that would like to buy it once I'm done with it. You know, different family and friends and things like that. Because everybody that interacts with it is just, you know, wow, the thing looks really cool, it's really fun, drives well. So, you know, it might be a high mile C4, but it runs and drives well, it looks good. What more do you want for the money? I haven't regretted buying this car. It's been great. It's been great fun. I'm glad that the weather's cleared up now, you know, decent enough that I can drive it. I did drive this in the winter like once or twice. Obviously not, well, no, I drove it in the snow once. Twice? Yeah, that was a disaster. That was before I put the new tires on it, though. My old tires were terrible. But most of the time I left this car in the shop at work over the winter, so I wasn't driving it. So now that the roads are cleared up and the weather's a little better, it feels good to be back in it. I missed it. I missed the old C4. But yeah, it's been a fun car. So overall, daily driving a 36-year-old Corvette with over 150,000 miles on it for a year and a half, it's really not bad. It's been fun. I've had a great time with it. Is it the ideal daily driver? No. But it's a lot of fun for the money. I think you get a lot of bang for the buck here. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Any other comments or video suggestions or things like that, just, you know, drop a comment and I always read them. So thanks for watching.